Well, it's Sunday night, and you know what that means. It's time for another heart-wrenching gut punch. Let's talk about The Last of Us, Episode 7, called Left Behind. Now, just like always, this isn't going to be like a play-by-play of the episode, but it is going to have spoilers in it. So if you haven't seen the episode and you want to, well, watch something else and come back after you've seen the episode or something. But let's just get on with it. So at the end of episode 6, Joel was injured to the point where he looked like he was dead. Well, I guess Ellie has dragged him to a house, an empty house, and Joel basically tells her to leave and to go find Tommy. So she starts to do that, and before she reaches for the door, she stops, and then we get a flashback. In fact, almost the rest of the episode is a flashback. This is a really interesting episode because we get to see what Ellie was like before everything happened. Like before the series, this is an Ellie that, as they said in the making of at the end, this is an Ellie we don't know yet. So it's kind of an interesting kind of look at her character. She's basically in training to be part of Fedra, I assume, and she's got a roommate, Riley, that has been missing for a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, and is presumed dead. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting way to meet her and to see that she's got all the fire and all the spunk that she always has. But Riley, played by Storm Reed, she comes back and she's joined the Fireflies. So she has a gun and she's like, "Hey, I have a surprise for you. So come with me. I know you're gonna say no, but then you're gonna say yes. Just let's just go." And of course she says no, then she says yes, and they get on with it. So they hop across rooftops to get to a mall, an abandoned mall. So apparently the Fedra has been slowly turning on the power, just because of, they need extra apartments and stuff for people. So they turn on the power and that turns on the power to the mall. And apparently Riley has been in there and has been doing stuff. So yeah, she takes Ellie along to show her all this. Now we get this really great moment, this great reveal and she turns on the mall and in all its splendor, it all lights up, and this look on Ellie's face, because she's never seen anything like this, right? So it's really kind of a cool moment where she gets to experience all this stuff for the first time. And the set decoration is crazy. It's absolutely nuts. I wonder if for a show like this, they actually have to pay each individual store for their name and to show their name and all that kind of stuff. Because we've got Gap, we've got Victoria's Secret, we've got all these stores, and it's I don't know, it's just one of the things that I thought, but it was actually just beautiful to look at. Now, while they're playing Mortal Kombat 2, yeah, they get to an arcade and get to play Mortal Kombat, which is, kind of cool because she's been talking about it all this, through the series. And an infected wakes up in probably the creepiest store I've ever seen. It was, in just the way it was shot, it was really, really creepy. And so that eventually this infected is going to spoil the fun. Now it's revealed that Riley is going to Atlanta, and that's where Marlene is sending her. Of course, Riley wasn't cut out to be, like a full-fledged soldier or something in Fedra. They told her that she was just going to be on sewage details. So yeah, she takes this opportunity to do the Fedra thing, and then of course, because they're going to be apart, all this stuff. Ellie and Riley finally kiss. The whole episode has been leading up to it. You can tell there's some sparks flying. Beautiful shots on the carousel. Them kind of stealing looks at each other. It's really, really, really well done. And yeah, to finally get that I guess that moment of release and them both kind of giggling, and then the infected shows up. They get attacked by this infected, and yeah, Ellie ends up taking it out, but not after both of them realizing that they've both been bit. And then it flashes back to the current day, and Ellie is just frantically trying to find something to help Joel, right? She's not leaving, she's trying to figure out something that she can use, and then it flashes back, and we see Ellie raging, and she's so upset, and she's like smashing windows, and she's going nuts, while Riley is sitting there calmly on the floor crying. And it's sort of the way that they explained it in the making of was that, Riley's experienced loss before, Ellie hasn't, so this is like her first her first brush with it. I don't know. I kind of got it that it was just in Ellie's, personality to rage out like this. And yeah, they sit there and they talk and they cry together, and it's a really beautiful scene. Now we flash back to the present. Ellie finds a needle and thread. She goes to sew Joel up, and Joel is he's in so much pain that he passes out. And Ellie's just like, I'm doing this. And the determination on her face is so intense. I mean, it's just like she's in it. And she, the whole thing is that they're saying, yes, Ellie loves Joel just as much as she loved Riley, and she's going to do anything that she can to keep that moment alive, keep their relationship alive. And it's really beautifully done. And then the episode ends. Now I have to be honest, it's not my favorite episode. I like a little more plot. We got a lot of character work here. We got a lot of background on Ellie, but it didn't feel like the plot really drove forward very much. But again, it's only an hour, and I'm guessing that this is one of those episodes that's going to play better when you have the whole thing there to just work your way through the whole season. I think it might actually play better. But for now, I'm kind of like, okay, I kind of wish we got a little more. Now, from the preview we get for next week's episode, I see Troy Baker, and I love Troy Baker. Everything I've seen him do, voice work, any sort of acting he's done, I think he's fantastic. He's just got one of those kind of personalities that he's just got a lot of charisma, and I really like him. So it's going to be interesting to see him. Of course, he plays Joel in the video game, so it's going to be interesting to see what character he's all about and all that. And but yeah, I mean, I'm curious, for those of you who have seen episode 7 Left Behind, what did you think of it? I mean, did you like it as much as I did? I mean, like I said, I like it. It's just not my favorite. I wish there was a little more plot moving forward. But hey, like I said, a lot of ground to cover. So let me know down below what your thoughts are, and we'll talk about it. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.